Now, right, time for me to open that window, Bobo. I think Bo was pretty disappointed. She went for a partial walk back at the ranger station in Zigzag, where I had to buy a interagency senior pass so that I can park in these snow parks and trailheads once again, because my snow park permit is no longer any good. We're now at Tilly Jane Snow Park, and there is very little snow, little patches here and there, especially compared to the last time we were here a couple weeks ago. I'm not going to take a pulp this time, and we are going to take the steep trail. The pack weighs about, well, it weighs more than the Subaru. I mean, I could probably throw this car on my back and not be any worse off. All I have is hammock and a couple quilts, a little bit of clothes, a little bit of food, but it's the skis and the boots, man, they just crank down on me. Anyway, so I'm going to try it anyway. It's only a 2.5 mile walk, but it's like straight up. I'm not sure of the elevation gain. Bo, come here. Over here. Bo is wearing her backpack. She has 6 cans of food because she prefers canned food over dry. So she's gonna earn her eats. That's about it. Probably stop and shoot somewhere mid-sweat on the way up and see how it's going. All right. Been walking for about 20 minutes with this behemoth on my back. A lot of it's level, but it's starting to really get steep. There's no blowdown or bushwhacking or anything like that. No hollow snow bridges. Nothing that would make it technically challenging. But the weight, the hill, or the angle rather, and I hate to say it, but my age are making it really challenging. Tilly Jane, 2 miles. Junction Road, 1/2 mile, so I've walked a 1/2 mile in about 20 minutes. Wow. Tilly Jane Cabin, 2.5 MTO, whatever MTO stands for. All these most difficult warnings. Well, I'll see what it's like. I didn't bring a water filter with me, and I wish I had. Oh, so this is the junction for Cooper Spur, the ski area down that way. That's where we came from. Well, the snow is starting to fill in with the elevation. And I'm probably looking pretty haggard. Snot's drooling down my mustache. Bo was doing pretty good with those 6 cans of dog food. She's just hopping over logs and acting like she's got nothing on her. Tongue is hanging down to the ground, but she gets a drink out of the stream every now and then. Oh my God, I don't want to put that back on. 2 miles. Well, another 20 minutes have gone by into that Gnarl Ridge burn area. And I don't know what's going on with the sky. Because it's not looking too friendly down that way. And they're stacking up over there too. And up there. So I thought it was supposed to be fair weather all week. Well, we're gonna find out. Okay, well, I walked up the trail away with nothing on my back, and it gets a lot steeper. And there's Not a lot of blowdown that I saw, but there is some. So I'm reassessing this whole situation like I sometimes do. And this pack is just way too heavy. I knew that when I left. I don't know, I could piece my way up there and be up there by, 3-4 hours, something like that. But I'm thinking I'm going to stash the skis in here. I'm probably about a mile up the trail. Another 1.5 miles, 1.7 to go, something like that. Probably going to stash the skis and the boots in here, and that'll lighten the pack up a whole lot. And go back down more toward the beginning of this trail, set up a camp, and boil up some water because I don't have a water filter. And I'm not sure if I brought the carabiners to hang my hammock, which that would be bad if I was way up there and couldn't hang the hammock. I could always sleep on the ground, but if it starts raining, which it looks like it might, I don't know. Just I'm being a lazy bum. Okay, this is much lighter, like this. And plus I'm walking downhill, so walking downhill with a pack that weighs about half as much, and don't know where I'm going to stop yet. Look for a somewhat level area with some water running not too far from it, or a good patch walking of snow. Back to the car. Didn't take that long. I mean, by the time I found some level ground with a creek running by it, I was practically at the car anyway, and I had half a gallon of water in the car. So I just set up the hammock down here. It was actually also a good thing that I came back, because I didn't have any beaners to hang the hammock. I suppose I could have rigged it with tent stakes or something. But anyway, I had a couple of beaners in the car from when I had the hammock hanging during the winter in there. And so this is the tarp, which is a little heavy, actually. I've never really done any serious backpacking with it or bicycle touring or anything. I've just, hung it not too far from the car. There's Bo taking a little snoozer after hauling her dog food up and back. Okay, so here is the hammock itself. And these things, any of them, any brand, there's a ton of them. It's a cottage industry, so lots of little small businesses making them custom and, whatever. You can get one for $20 on Amazon, made in China, and to me, they're just as good. That's what I have in my car during the winter. This is a custom one, though. This is, well, not custom. I mean, it's a standard model that they make, but this is a war bonnet. War bonnet something. I forgot what the model is. But I do like it. It's long. It's like 12 feet long or 11 feet long or something. And man, it's just, you're sleeping in a cloud when you sleep on that thing. And if you have back problems, shoulder problems, anything like that, this might just be your remedy. It was mine, because I had a serious stiff neck for a year or two, year and a half or so. And once I started sleeping in the hammock, it went away. So, and it hasn't come back. It's been 3 years. Time to make some dinner. I'm just gonna wing this. I got some fancy olive oil I'm gonna put in too. And some fancy multi-grain seed chips. Okay, we got boiling water with some stuff in it. Doesn't smell too fresh. I guess it isn't. I have no idea how much to put in there. 2 cups of water to a boil, 1 cup vegetable blend. That looks about right. Well, it's been about 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe. Take a look at it. It's almost a solid. Well, it'll fill me up anyway. Well, Bo and I have our coffee. Good morning. Sun's not quite around those trees yet. Okay, here I go again. Got a quart of coffee in me and not much else. Heading up this Tilly Jane trail. Gotta go recover my skis. We'll see if I'm gonna go on from there. I don't know. This uphill stuff, carrying weight, it's challenging. And I gotta say, at the moment, it's not much fun. The air is nice, of course. The dog is loving it. She's up there just gallivanting ahead, stopping every once in a while and looking back at me, saying, what the heck's taking you so long? And I don't know. What sounds kind of nice actually is laying in a hammock and reading a book, breathing this air. Little warm sunshine on me. Oh well, we'll see. Whew. Okay, so made it to the spot where my skis are stashed in about, I think, 25 minutes. I looked at the time shortly after I started, so it's getting kind of warm out. Stop here for a drink of water. I think I'm going to keep walking, mainly because I've never been up this trail before and the dog is having a blast. But I think I'm going to leave the skis there, pick them up on the way back, because I'm just not into that kind of masochistic behavior right now. I mean, if I could somehow snap my fingers and the skis would be up there, that would be awesome. But I think right now the pack itself, because I didn't actually bring a day pack, so the pack itself weighs more than what I have inside of it. Once I eat the grapefruit and the apple, that'll lighten it. Drink all my water, that'll lighten it. Of course, I have no way with me to renew my water supply unless I take it straight out of the creek. Don't really want to do that. So I got to change my socks because they're doing that. The age-old problem of creeping socks. And they won't stay up for 10 steps if I pull them back up and try again with them. I'm gonna change my socks, drink a little bit of water, and move on. Bo needs to cool off a little bit. I am gonna get a drink. It's 9:38 and it feels like it's about 90 degrees out here. I'm gonna put snow in my water. Problem with doing that is I always end up overwhelming the water until I end up with a water bottle full of snow. But I think it's hot enough today where it'll actually melt in there. Whew. Totally clear out. Little hazy down towards Mount Adams. That directly in front of us is Mount St. Helens. You know that because it has a flat top. And that's Mount Adams over there in the haze. And I'm sure all these ridges and mountains have names. If I had a map, I could try rattling them off for you. But you'd probably remember them as well as I would. Maybe better. I don't want to insult anybody. I don't remember jack. Been up that thing about probably 150 times. No exaggeration. I was best man in a wedding up there back in, I think it was 1998. Been up that one a few times. All the dog routes though, you know. I never did anything too crazy. A little bit of glacier travel, you know. Took a course, crevasse rescue and all that, but I don't know. Just never really got into it. We're almost out of this burn area. Up there is, I believe, what they saved in a desperate effort to save all that stuff that was built back during the Depression in the 1930s by those New Deal organizations, the CCC, WPA. I'm not sure who built what. Tilly Jane A-frame. That's what it says, and it is locked up. See what this sign says. Tilly Jane A-frame. I don't know what the 9 is for. Maybe something on a map, tour map or something. This is a placard that was up there. You can pause the video if you'd like to read it, get some accurate history. Bo is thirsty, and there is a deep, nasty looking creek down there with snow bridges all over it, and I think she's tempted to go down there. So I got to give her some water, because I don't want her falling in something like that and getting washed down. Come here, Bo. No, not out of the jug. Here, look, drink. Drink. You don't want it? Drink it. What the hell? Come on. Here. 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 No, not out of my jug. Here. Here, Bo. Drink before it runs through my fingers. You don't want it? Yeah. gotta ask, who in their right mind does this? Oh, doggy dog. So I was debating last night whether to put that pack back on with the skis, hike back up to that rotten snow, and show the 50 mediocre amateur and all those other skiing channels what it's all about. But then I decided, nah, it's not about the journey, it's about the destination. Or wait a minute, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And the journey has been done. Let's face it. What's this? A log going over the river. What say you, Bobo? Yeah.